On a damp day at Holyrood, it was an occasion to pour cold water on independence, albeit not much. Because Nicola Sturgeon hasn't changed her mind on Indyref2, she's merely tweaked the timetable. Having set a deadline of spring 2019, she's now dropped that from her wish list. But she still wants independence and the referendum to make it happen.
Having listened and reflected, the Scottish Government will reset the plan I set out on March the 13th. We will not seek to introduce the legislation for an independence referendum immediately. And then at the end of this period of negotiation with the EU, likely to be around next autumn, when the terms of Brexit will be clearer, we will come back to Parliament to set out our judgment on the best way forward at that time.
The gear change on Indyref2 comes after the SNP's poor performance at the election. Anti-independence votes contributed to a loss of 21 seats. It's no referendum springboard, and so it's not happening soon. Nicola Sturgeon's opponents in Holyrood and Westminster say it shouldn't happen at all.
Yes voters and no voters, most people simply don't want this brought back anytime soon. And none of the questions that are raised by Brexit are answered by ripping Scotland out of our own Union of Nations, our biggest markets and our closest friends.
A Prime Minister who had said now is not the time on Indyref2 responded by saying the time isn't now.
I think that was the clear message from the general election, and I think now is the time for the United Kingdom to be pulling together, not being driven apart.
Across the road from Holyrood's Parliament, its palace is laying out the red carpet for the Queen's arrival. Noise from the neighbours on Indyref2 will be back soon enough. Nicola Sturgeon says that after a period of Brexit negotiations, she'll come back to the Holyrood Parliament with a view and a timescale for giving people a choice. There's every chance that view may be very similar to her original view on Indyref2. She hasn't moved the prospect off the table, merely pushed it to one side. Supporters of independence inside the SNP and out have backed Nicola Sturgeon as the standard-bearer for their project, the best bet for delivering an independent Scotland. As she slows the pace of the bandwagon, one of her many challenges will be in keeping them on board. James Matthews, Sky News, Edinburgh.